Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Penny? Okay, ready? All right, where are we, guys?
Or at Crater Lake.
Yeah,
Crater Lake National Park.
and it is beautiful here. And we come with Aaron's family once a year
Mm-hmm.
up
With
here.
a few exceptions, but yeah, it's an annual trip up here. It's a nice weekend getaway.
Yeah, we rent some cabins down at Diamond Lake, which is just a few miles away, and come up here for the day.
Yep. And we were actually on our way home, but we took a detour back up here just to see it one more time and to film this beautiful video for you guys.
Yes.
I see a boat.
You see a boat?
And a faraway boat.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, guys. Come sit down. I need y'all on this side. Okay. So, what's going on with us?
We were somewhere over there, and
Uh-huh.
now we moved here, and it looks like the highest point.
Yeah, that's a great view, isn't it?
It looks like the highest viewpoint.
It's beautiful. So,
Where are you two living right now? For us.
yeah, that's a good question.
Or I guess the three of us.
We are living at our Oma's.
Oma's house.
Yeah.
Turn around.
At Oma's house.
Yes.
Yep. You'll be there tonight.
I am moving in tonight. Yeah. We have the stager decorator coming into the house tomorrow, so we can hopefully get started on some painting, flooring, repairs, stuff like that.
Yeah, getting that stuff going. Everything. So that'll be nice. Yeah.
So far, we're on track for our goals.
Mm-hmm.
So things are going good.
Progressing along.
This was a lovely weekend to get away from the day-to-day stress,
Definitely.
but we do need to go home to reality.
Yeah, and deal with just all of the clutter that's left when you leave a house. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mom, what month are we in? It's okay. Oh, wow.
I love it. Hi, everyone.
Hello, and welcome back to the Book Brewed Abroad, or almost abroad. Getting
Not
there
even close
slowly.
to abroad. Yeah. So we're laying in our empty house. If it sounds echoey, that's why. We're finally out of here and living with your parents.
With my mom and dad, who are both retired, so they're home quite often. My dad is, a quiet person and is fairly easy to be around. My mother, not so much.
Not so quiet or not so easy to be around.
A little bit of both, probably. I have a more natural inoculation to that.
You grew up with that.
Than you do. But it hasn't been horrible.
No.
So,
I've only been there a week, and I'm never there because I'm working 2 jobs. But no, it's not horrible.
yeah.
The kids start school in a few days.
Thank goodness.
It's been a long summer.
It has, and with the move and Heidi working 2 jobs, me trying to still work, and the kids being at home, it's been tricky at times. They've been on their tablets a little too much. They were on their tablets a little too much at the beginning there, where I was just kind of like, whatever, there's just a week left before school, but like after 2 days of that, literally their brains were melting out of their ear, and
You can just see their behavior just tank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had to do some limiting on that. It's been nice having you home for the weekend.
Yeah, it's
So,
sort of a long weekend because it's Labor Day tomorrow, which is nice. I only have to work one out of the 2 jobs tomorrow, and it's the later one, so it's like
you can still sleep in.
it's like 3 days and 2 nights off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Aaron is going through some job.
Yes, so I talked a little bit about things slowing down, and so the hammer finally fell down on that, and I'm going to be making like base pay less than a quarter of what I was before. This is going to kick in essentially at 2 paychecks from now, but then I also got a text today that checks are going to be delayed. And so my fortitude, my willingness to,
He wants to jump ship.
yeah, it's just there's
It's like
very
the boat's on fire.
little
Jump
incentive
away.
to be there. Right. And I mean, it's not like the boat's on fire, but it's becoming a small ship for 3 people.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And so my time could be better spent elsewhere. And it's just starting to seem like that more and more every day. But it's going to be a squeeze still while we still have this house and still having to make the mortgage payments on it. Our utility bills are going to go down here, but we still have to pay the insurance while we still own this. We still have a car payment to make, though we can sell the truck now.
We finished moving all our furniture yesterday, so we can sell the truck.
Though we're going to end up taking a bath on the truck. Just,
Yep.
it sucks.
We're only going to get about half back what we still owe on it.
Mm-hmm. Which is, yeah, it's what it is.
It's
hurts.
what it is. I mean, it sucks, but then that halves our debt on that, and we can cancel insurance.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so there's that situation. And I guess just chalk it up to lesson learned. We've decided this is
No
going to be the
more
last time we are going to
new
take
vehicles.
debt out on a vehicle.
Yep.
We're going to pretty much be trying to live without vehicles. Here, Heidi's job still needs one, but once we really get going, yeah, we want to
Yeah.
mostly just do foot traffic, public transportation, things like that.
Bikes. I would love to be able to rent bikes when we're in bigger cities.
Mm-hmm.
That could be cool. A lot of big cities have those, what, you pay a monthly pass?
Yeah, the bike share.
Uh-huh.
And there's the corrals all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Good exercise, get to know the city well.
Yeah, so we are still on track for our June deadline, but things keep shifting, and we're like every other week we are going in a different direction, but each of these directions all lead to basically the same like escape timeline. Like we want to be out of the country by the end of June.
Right.
So currently, what are we working on?
We're working on buying our first rental property right now. So we do have some money on hand that we could buy something in like Detroit or Ohio outright. So we're going to start there.
There is so much cheap property there. Probably because no one wants to live there. But the rent prices are still decent.
Right. There's always a floor that you're going to get for rent on, any place. Probably people living on their own understand a frustration with that, with wanting to rent a studio, but it's, not much less expensive than a 1-bedroom. So, there is that element that's kind of to the advantage of the landowner. So we're going to be trying to build up a real estate portfolio with the money we have on hand, what we can save, while we're
as soon as
trying to live
possible
frugally.
for our first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully when we sell our house, we'll have a little bit more to be able to invest.
Exactly. And then it won't be so much pressure as far as where my job's at. I'm in the process of getting all of my liquor certifications and everything, all that straightened out again, so I can go back to waiting tables and bartending, which I'm a little more excited about than I think I realized. It's low stress, you have money in your pocket at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially just with the way that my quote-unquote corporate job is going, and just, I guess it says a lot that I'm mentally excited about going back to the service industry.
Yeah.
It says a lot about how I must feel about my current position. So, working from home is a double-edged sword. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but it does get very stressful, the fact that you're always getting work emails, morning, noon, night, weekdays, weekends. It's constant.
Yeah.
So there's a stress to that, definitely. So separating from that is definitely appealing. We'll have to see. But things are progressing.
They
So
are.
we've got things with the bank worked out so that we can hire contractors as soon as we get a good quote, or we can get going with repairs that we're going to do ourselves. So that's done. We're ready there. We're all set there.
We got all our stuff out of the house, which was a huge thing. We did that yesterday. So we could start demoing whenever. We want this house gone.
Yeah.
We need to sell the truck immediately. We've downsized our life so much.
Yeah, and it's felt fine. It's felt
awesome.
Yeah, it's felt really good not being tied to anything, and just being able to go. On that note, we thought we were going to Mexico. We thought we were
Oh
going
my
to buy
God.
property in Mexico. We were pretty sold that we were going to buy a rental in
Yeah.
Puerto Vallarta as our first income property. And so we booked a trip
For the two of us to go down and get a feel for, the town and see if that's somewhere that we'd want to set up a sort of a base where we own something that we rent out most of the time, but we can stay in it when we want to.
Right. But it's looking like we're not going that direction now. So we're just going on vacation.
Yeah, it's
to
too late to
Puerto
cancel.
Vallarta.
So, yay. Honeymoon?
We never really had a honeymoon.
10 years later?
10 years later, hey, yeah, it'll be great
Yeah.
for us to go to, a tropical place for, for 4 days, and just the two of us. So
Soak up some sun.
it'll be nice, and we're going to try and do that on a budget, on a real strict budget, to see, kind of strategize on traveling the world and doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing it in a frugal way, I guess, but still fun.
Yeah. I'm excited because it's going to be right in the middle of our rainiest season here.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go in November. So.
Yeah, so we have 2 vacations, 2 months in a row, Legoland and then Puerto Vallarta. So.
Puerto Vallarta. It's the first time I will have been out of the country.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very exciting for me. Speaking of which, how's your passport coming along?
I do have my passport now, so I
need
just
to
have to
renew
go
that?
through the process of renewing it. So thank you for reminding me of that. All right, I think that's all we have for right now.
I think
Thanks
that's everything.
for sticking with us, even though we're not abroad yet. But hopefully it's intriguing or interesting to some people, just the process of getting ready to flee the country.
Yes.
Thanks,
Okay,
everyone.
bye.
We'll see you later.